Hi there, here's Ibu. In the last 6 weeks, I played a lot of City Skylines, and as it is almost always the case, if you speedrun a game, you see the broken stuff. Not in your casual game, only in case you use 100 plus mods. Yes, problems will arise, but what I mean is there are issues when you speedrun this game, mostly when you want to compare times. Before I start with my stats table and digging deeper, one thing. When you speedrun City Skylines, there are only two instances where the game is not on max speed. At the beginning, when you start your first rows of streets, the first 20 to 25 seconds, and on every milestone for the split second until you can rejoin max speed. Every run I'm including in my investigation, played that style as you should. I mean, it's a speedrun after all. If the game is nearly all the time on max speed, we can assume one thing, that who finished the run with the least in-game days should have the best times. But sadly wrong. The problem is the length of one in-game day is not the same when you compare times of runs on different PCs or even on the same computer. Here comes my first spreadsheet. In the first column, you have the name of the runner of the former 12 world records for the map Two Rivers. In the next one, you got the time, and we see the progression of the time with a nice battle between me and Pro Gamer until it gets really ridiculous with the last two runs. In the third column, we get our first question marks. I underlined it. How can ProGamer can be faster in 3 instances when it took him more in-game days? Because the length of one in-game day is never the same. As we can see in the last column, not even on the same computer. The average in-game day length always differs. As I established earlier, the game in all runs is almost always on max speed, so the average should be nearly the same. The only difference between runs is how long we weren't on max speed. But even if there are 20 seconds more downtime, it's only marginal for the result in the last column. So there you have it. You cannot really speedrun this game for fastest time. For the last two runs I used my new computer and it's pretty clear better hardware equals better times. But even if everybody got the same setup, the average length of one in-game day would differ, and that's just unfair. I have a second spreadsheet which details the same runs, but this time I compared the times and in-game times for reaching Grand City with 20,000 population. I know, a lot of numbers, but step by step. The first column, again, the name of the world record runner, next to it the time to Grand City in minutes and in-game days. We can see again a nice improvement from both of us in time and days, and holy moly, 27 minutes and 10 seconds. That's really fast, pro gamer. Anyway, what's more important is the third column. For the first half hour, there's not much difference in seconds per day. I mean, there's still an advantage for some runs, but it's really small, and you can't see it with the naked eye. I made the math for the rest time, and the real shocker is the last column. And the difference is just unfair. I mean, up to 1 second disparity. That's just huge. Only more stats for what I said earlier. You can't really speedrun City Skylines for fastest time. What we can do is look who takes the least in-game times to get all milestones, but there are also problems. For one, I think you can beat in-game days easy when you can pause the game whenever you want, but even if every run is recommended to play always on max speed, there's no level the playing field. This time for the slower PCs. If you got more time per day for placing stuff, that's also an unfair advantage. Not a big one, but I hope you can see what I mean. There you have it. By the way, it's the same for another maps, and it gets really just more problematic with more population. The game is not made for speedrunning for fastest time. I'm still having fun beating times, but from now on I take a closer look at in-game days. It's not perfect, but much better for comparison. So, infotainment finish. If someone didn't like the style of the announcement, man, it took me 38 tries. But seriously, if someone beats my times, I still try to challenge that. If someone needs less in-game days, I challenge that too. And if someone hits the like or subscribe button, I will find that very nice. Good day to you all.